Well, you never know what's going to happen. So they gave me a Puyallup, Washington, which is a good run, 265 miles. And then the check engine light came on. So, guess we're going to go find out what the problem is with that. It says on here that it has to do with the DEF system, in particular the electrical part of the DEF system. Hopefully it's an easy fix. Anyway, I called them right away and told them, hey, I got a check engine light, gonna have to go to the shop. Hopefully they just push a button and makes it all go away, or we'll see. So they just removed it from me. Apparently they had someone else to haul it. So that's the key. When something goes wrong, call right away. That way it gets all the blame or any trouble off of you. So yep, Tuesday's helpful tip. Any signs of trouble, even if it's not even trouble yet, just a possibility, just call, and it'll take the blame off of you, and they can prepare and not have a late load. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna head over to the shop. Well, dropped it off at the shop. They have no idea. Could be 4 or 5 hours, no telling, or it could be easy. So trick is you hit the breakdown button or downtime, you start getting paid hourly immediately. So I'm gonna go get some coffee and take a shower. And it looks like they're having some kind of a barbecue over here. So maybe I want to check in on that. All right, I'll let you know. Oh yes, definitely. If you're gonna break down, do it when they're having a 3 million mile cookout. I got the sausage and sausage and bacon with gravy over it. Oh, they'll make omelets for you and pancakes or whatever, cooked to serve or served, whatever, they'll make it for you. And so yeah, you gotta plan these things out. Break down at the right time. So looks like I'll have something to eat, some company here. So if this is gonna be a long time, then it's gonna be okay. Well, come to find out, apparently the system just needed to be reset, and they did a regen on it. So not sure what caused all that, but what the heck. Got a few hours of visiting with all kinds of different people, and I've eaten a couple of times here because I got the 3 million mile cookout, and drank a bunch of coffee, so you can't beat that. I mean, plus I'm getting paid by the hour just to have a social hour here. So all's well that ends well. But I can't help from thinking about back when I first came here 17 years ago. We had these cookouts all the time. I mean, it was unreal. And apparently, I talked to a lot of these guys that have been here, they were, at that point, they'd been here 20 years, and they had said things like, oh yeah, you missed the good old days. And it's like, it got better than this? They're feeding us, and they're having a good time here and everything? Oh yeah. Actually, these things that go on for a week long. At one point, there in Red Bluff, they had the bounce house for the kids, and live music. And it's just like a big old carnival. And when I first came here, it was similar, but there was no live music or bounce house. But my wife would come down, and we had our oldest daughter. She was only like a year old, and she'd meet me down there at the DC, and we'd have steaks and potatoes and dessert and everything, and sit and visit with people. And we'd come, she'd come meet me down there a couple times that week, because they would go on for anywhere from 3 to 5 days, depending. And like I said, they were barbecuing things up like steaks and ribs and all kinds of stuff. It was crazy. And you don't get that as much anymore. But you know what? It's cool. I'm thankful for what I have. I mean, here they'll make you an omelet or a breakfast burrito or whatever you want to serve, whatever you ask for, they'll cook it up right here. Or you can just reach in and get all the bacon and sausage and eggs and taters you want. They got drinks and everything else. So, not a bad deal. And like I said, being broke down, I'm getting paid for this. So, I was talking to a couple of drivers here that one of them was a new driver out of Grantsville. This is like his second week out. And he's just in awe of, the benefits and the culture, really, how it is here. And talking about his old job and how none of this ever took place. And then there was another guy from Grantsville that had been here a couple of years, and so he's on the mission to get all his friends and family to come here because how great it is. And it's a good job. Yeah, there's a bunch of old timers, more old timer than me. I've been here 17 years. There's plenty of people who've been here 25 or more. There's a bunch of them that say, oh, it's not good anymore. We don't have all this stuff we used to have. Well, that's true, but you know what? It's still a hell of a lot more than working for your common carrier by far. So, yeah, a little piece of history there. I miss those days, but this isn't bad either. Round 2 before lunch starts. All right, wow. After many hours of eating, talking, drinking coffee, got the truck fixed. They got me going deadhead, empty from here out of Hermiston to a place in Washington. I forgot the name of it. I'll have to look. To a vendor, pick up a load of something, and then take it down to Red Bluff. So I guess this is what a bad day looks like, but that's okay. It's been good for me. Well, I deadheaded all the way from Hermiston here to Airway Heights, which is basically Spokane's right next to it. Zach's Designs. Never been here. Crazy, because I've been to most places in almost 17 years as far as Walmart goes, but somehow this place slipped through the cracks. Anyway, actually not a bad place so far. I mean, I showed up and the guy was like, oh, you're just the guy I'm looking for. Put back it in that door and I'll get your stuff on. So he's on it, like immediately. Had to slide the tandems back because, it kind of goes down into a hole here. Anyway, so should be, he's already got it half loaded, and all I did was walk out to the truck to get my phone and go back in. These are the kind of backhauls I like. Hopefully it won't be too heavy. Not sure what the product is, but anyway. So, yep, try to salvage what we can of this day after the whole breakdown thing and leisure time. That's okay. I'm going to be totally happy with it anyway. So, I'll tell you where I land up at the end of the day and what the damages came out to be. Today would be considered a wash or a bad day, right? Because I broke down, ended up it was in the shop for 2 3/4 hours, ended up having to wait 45 minutes to get a dispatch because we were a little bit slow. And pretty much only had 417 miles I traveled today. And so then, I got paid for the truck being in the shop, hourly. And then I got paid, and I think it's only like 15 an hour. So it's not, it's better to drive. Ended up getting like 45 minutes of pay because I had to wait for dispatch because they were a little slow. Ended up doing a live load once I went up there to that place up by Spokane there. And still came out with a great day. I mean, my ADP's 427 right now, and I made $407 for the day. Not bad, actually, considering everything that took place. Not to mention all the free food. I went back like 3 times and got sausage, bacon, and gravy. Drank a ton of coffee. Talked to a bunch of people. Met a couple of new drivers. Had some pretty fun conversation there. Basically just listening to how thrilled they are to be working here. And overall, turned out this day, this bad day, that's supposedly a bad day, turned out to be a really good day. So, there you go. There's a bad day at Walmart. I've had worse, trust me, but not bad for, everything that I encountered. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.